to square one. It's hard to square up. Everybody got come. Mama cries, dead sons. Lord, please bless them. Back to the party. I'm just pouring my. Don't get faced that before, so I live it up. When I come, better get them up. That's a floss track, better get them up. I'ma keep eating, it's a dinner rush. I'll let you finish up. Block of diamonds, I can promise I'm being honest. This being modest. I am your highness, I am the finest. You rappers, plus you a liar. Don't idolize and I don't admire. Been doing me for like ever. I'm a better me, more clever. It's a new way. We surfing, baby, new age. That's a certain, baby. Let's take a ride. Put your for the ones that die. It's vows tonight. Just you and I get lost tonight and lose your mind. Squad, I'm it. Squad, I'm it. Squad, I'm it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Deshaun Watson's Texans going up against Foles' Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Houston Texans. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Here's Foles. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. Now Foles. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. And now a first down following that long gain. Now it's Ajayi. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Foles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it again with Miller. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And a catch made by Hopkins. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run. It's Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So it'll be first down here after the run. Again, it's Miller. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. And Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible?
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters, losing the all-world left tackle?
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 62 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Charles, let's step into a conversation about Houston in 2017 as their offense comes back onto the field here. But just 1-9 in their last 10 games, finished 4-12. You and I know, though, injuries really ravaged this team.
Absolutely destroyed this team. And look, we focus on Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, and rightly so. He was probably going to...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 41 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Able to slither by. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league for that quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis. Some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Here's Watson, rolling to his right. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Watson. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And now it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They run with Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This is Ajayi. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz drops it off to Ajayi. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he rifles one incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Wentz now to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. And they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief. $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Had a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big time.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Here we go.
Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Wentz. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Heading out as it's
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. My mommy, I will never give my heart to a I can just make a dance that goes with this song. Then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, ball in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. Shake. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuits, black Pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different. Come up short, you'll have your fam. I lay on beaches and swerving whips. You ain't serving, you just an urban myth. Every day, get ride around Queens on the jet ski, it's me. Every day, get to the day I die. Every day, get man, I that and I that bouncing up and down. Nearly broke. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got 2 quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Deshaun Watson's Texans going up against Foles' Eagles.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Watson on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. He gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him. And tough starting field position here. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Wentz. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Covington in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Play action. Now Wentz. And he's going to go down again.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Back deep for the Texans is Tyler Ervin. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the time.
Say goodbye to Braxton Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, 68 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll begin the drive with a J. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. 30. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ajayi, 75 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On first down, it's Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. Now a first down throw. Watson. Quick hitch. Complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Watson now on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Miller, the lone setback. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Aguilar has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. This is Miller, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. A good pickup there, a 22. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They begin with a run by Miller. Lamar Miller, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 68 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Brandon Dunn, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry